Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It is Sunday night, April the 6th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks for being here, everyone, on this, what I like to say is the start of a week, not the end of a week. I know we've talked about that on this channel before. And I'm in a good mood, despite the Canucks 3-2 loss to the Vegas Golden Knights today. In a good mood just because I'll tell you about my experience at the game, not only who I went with, but who I saw at the game. And just overall a good weekend. My lovely wife, Gail, is coming home on Tuesday, which I cannot wait for. I need a haircut. I know that. That has nothing to do with why she, her not being away. But I look a little bit disheveled. Still good looking, of course, the founder of the GLCPC. And I'm happy to be here with all of you tonight. Got home at 5 to 11. I was a little late getting out of downtown. The rain, had to drive my buddy home, had to stop by the church and take care of something. So that's why I'm starting 15 minutes late. So thank you for everyone. Thank you to all of you for waiting for me. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thank you for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, lower mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you and how I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved tonight. As always, you can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos. You can like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that some of the Canucks played well tonight, like the fact that, some of the Canucks played well tonight. Don't know if you want to like the fact that we're pretty much eliminated from playoff contention, but come on, guys. I've been saying this for the past 2 weeks. I'm not the only one. Like the fact that the Canucks dominated certain aspects of tonight's game, like the fact that we're together, building community, and like the fact that, we're hanging out to start off the week. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. You can use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. I'll be giving away 5 memberships at my mid-show sponsory because it is the first Sunday of the month. I know we're already at April 6th, but it is the first Sunday of the month. So I will be giving away some memberships a little bit later. You can do so as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think on Thursday night when I had Joshua on, didn't we trigger the high five? Didn't we have someone leave a donation, gift a membership, buy their own membership, upgrade a membership, and use a monthly membership message? So if that's the case, I will be doing a giveaway later this week, and I'll explain to you during my Mitchell sponsor read what night that will be. So those are all the ways that you can get involved in tonight's show and support me. Now, before I get to the Canucks, I guess, be remiss if I didn't mention a record-breaking performance this afternoon. I just had a lazy morning, had a really long day yesterday. Okay, really quickly, Friday night took it easy because Saturday morning I had to be at the church by 7 a.m. with my daughter, Kayla. We ran a confirmation retreat, a retreat for the grade 7 students. Then I went to Mass, prepared for our first communion preparation Mass. Then me, Kayla, Sean, and his girlfriend, Cheska, went for all-you-can-eat sushi on Saturday night, and that was basically my Saturday. So I was really tired this morning. Had to get Kayla to a friend's house by 6:30 in the morning because she was on Vancouver Island. She was in Duncan. And if I wasn't going to the Canucks game, I was actually going to go to Duncan and then find you, Victoria, or Nanaimo, or Duncan people and just hang out for the day while Kayla was bowling. But I did not go. She went with friends, but I still had to get up early. Went back to sleep, then got up just in time to see Alex Ovechkin break the record. And it was a pretty cool moment. Even though it was in New York, the fans erupted because they were witnessing history. So we don't want to talk too much about it. Maybe in the second half of the show we can, but it was kind of cool. If you saw the mic'd up video, he tells defenseman John Carlson, I pass it to you, then you pass it back to me. So then on the power play, it actually went Carlson to Dylan Strome, to Tom Wilson, to Alex Ovechkin, who basically willed that puck past Sorokin. Beautiful wrist shot. And then he turns around, he dives, spread eagle on the ice, which is awesome. Then he gets up. His teammates don't want to pow on him, so they pick him up and they all give him a big huddle. Then they had whatever it was, a 20-minute ceremony in the middle of the game, video tribute, Gary Bettman, Wayne Gretzky, and of course, Alex Ovechkin. Classy as always. It was really interesting, actually. My season ticket partner, Mike, who I went to the game with, we talked about, we were tracking basically Ovechkin's career from when he was not liked in the World Juniors, because none of the Canadians liked Ovechkin or Malkin. You might remember that back in 2004. Then all the comparisons to Crosby and how Crosby, they're both very dynamic players, but Crosby kind of, maybe because Canadian and we're biased, the better leader, the better player, the more consistent player, and he won more Stanley Cups and whatever. Then my friend Mike was telling me that Ovechkin had a reputation for being, I don't want to say a womanizer, but certainly party guy, GQ article, which I didn't even know about. We have to look it up. And then connections with Putin, whatever. And then as he gets older, as he gets more gray, so maybe there's hope for me after all, I'm getting more respect around the league through COVID, becoming one of the elder statesmen, and then this whole Gretzky record chase. So I think most, if not all, most of the people in the league, around the league now like Ovechkin, but it hasn't always been the case. What? Yrvin says the Capitals YouTube has a 2-hour compilation on the channel of every Ovechkin goal ever. Wow. I feel sorry for the intern or the video guy who had to put that together, but maybe it was pretty cool because he was or she was dealing with history, which is kind of cool. And if you're wondering, this is that VLT drink, the iced tea drink, Vita, that you can buy at Costco. That's what I'm drinking tonight. So overall, really great to see. I was glad to witness it live. Then I did a quick goal breakdown. Coach Rob actually suggested that. Thank you, Coach Rob, for the great suggestion. Probably was a little late to getting on it. Didn't set massive views on the video, but that's cool. Just another way to express my fandom of hockey overall, not just the Vancouver Canucks. So there we go. Congratulations to Alex Ovechkin for breaking Wayne Gretzky's record, and that is career NHL goals. And now Ovechkin is at 895. And as I've seen many people tweet out, Wayne Gretzky is only one goal behind Alex Ovechkin for most goals in an NHL career, which is pretty funny. Vita lemon tea, truly goated. Yeah, very sweet, very good, very expensive. Thanks, Erwin. They don't sell the box drinks anymore, so now they sell these bottles, which is probably better. I drink a lot. I'd pound back to those box drinks at one sitting anyway, so it's the same as one of these 500 ml bottles, but I'm sure there's a lot of sugar in here, but you've seen the way I drink pop. That hasn't stopped me before. Okay, so that was earlier today. Then tonight, I was at the game. I went with my season ticket partner, Mike, but we did not sit in our regular 319 seats. We actually sat in the Encore suite. So as you guys know, I go about half a dozen times a year. First world, not even first world problems. Not spoiled. Maybe I am spoiled. I deserve it, right? Leader of the GLCPC. So it was Mike's first time in Encore. He absolutely loved it. He has even a dairy allergy, so he loved the sorbet that we had, sushi, prime rib, unlimited non-alcoholic drinks. He drinks alcohol, I don't, so I pounded back 4 Pepsis. Yeah, way too much sugar tonight. But anyways, and then we obviously watched the game. And we're going to talk about the game now. But my view, I watched the entire game. But before I get to the game, I want to give a shout out to some people I met. So during the second intermission, during the first intermission, I went to my usual spot. And whether these people remembered I was going to be at that spot, or they just happened to see me by fluke, I first saw Rosario. So I'm not sure if Rosie is in the chat. So Rosie, great to catch up with you. Then all the way from Nanaimo, making his second consecutive day trip. And we knew about this because had him on my show on Thursday night. The man, the myth, the legend, Joshua Griffith. I got to meet Joshua tonight and take a selfie with him. And then his friend Jordan, who was wearing the Vegas Golden Knights jersey, but that's okay, no judgment. So I got to meet Joshua and Jordan, so that was cool. Then I see her in the chat, smiley hello. Helen came up to say hello, which was awesome. So then there was all of us kind of hanging out. Right before that, I saw my friend Charlie from church. I saw my family friend Jeff, who came up to say hi. And then once all those people were gone, just before I left, Hansel was there. Hansel with his wife, who I went to high school with. Small world. So I'm not sure if Hansel's in the chat. So I got to see about 7 or 8 people tonight at the game, which was pretty cool. And always love catching up with people and hanging out and talking Vancouver Canucks. So before I get to the goal review, let's go with Nuckelback. Celebrate him, the first contributor of the night. Monthly membership message. Let's give some love to Nuckelback. So Nuckelback, I'm not sure if he didn't hear my joke or if he heard my joke and he's just repeating it, or he thinks that he's very original. Yeah, I said this exact same thing. I saw the meme going around. A guy named Gretzky is only 1 goal behind Ovi's goal record. Very good, Nuckelback. He definitely has a chance to break the record. Just got to come out of retirement and not get smoked on the ice. So thank you for being a member, Hall of Fame member for 5 months, Nuckelback. That is awesome. Also, today I started my round of my one-on-ones with legends and Hall of Fame members. So today I had a nice chat with Lucas Gates. I had a nice chat with Swervinï Yrvin. And I had a nice chat with my newest Hall of Fame member, Tyler, who is also known as TLC, the line change. Very good. Very, very good. Thank you, Nuckelback, for your monthly membership message. No autographs today, but definitely a few pictures, which is always nice. Yeah, and here we go. Hansel is here. Not hair. Hansel is here. Well, I won't talk about his hair. I don't have a lot of hair, but Hansel is here. And I got to meet Hansel's wife, Joanna, who, like I said, went to high school with me, which was pretty cool. What? You just got back from Japan? And you were here tonight? That's impressive. You didn't even look like tired or anything. Clay got better hair than Ovi. I don't know. We're about the same color, Justin, but thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And Mark Shankita of Game Over. He is in the house. Let's give Mark some love in the chat for the donation, giving me some of his ad money, which is always very, very kind of him. Mark with a $3 donation. Thank you. And he says, Atu Ratu is only 887 goals behind Ovechkin. Are we going to get everyone joking, like picking random Canucks player? I saw someone else say PD's only 710 behind him. You guys are hilarious. But Mark, thank you very much for your generosity. Appreciate you as always. Let's give Mark some love in the chat. A couple other things before I get to the tonight's game. Very quickly, Daniel, yes, they are taking away quarter seasons. So it's either full seasons or half seasons. So that is indeed true. And then Tubby, who makes my excellent music. What music, you may ask? This music. Oh, didn't cue it well. This music. Hold on. It's coming up. I don't know where it is now. So Tubby, who made my intro music, my outro music, that is, I didn't see him at the game, but apparently he was at the game. And he saw me during the first intermission, but then he sends me a message on Instagram saying, Clay, I saw you, but we didn't get a chance to connect, which is too bad, because then I would have just kind of sang his theme song back to him. And then the more he would have wanted to avoid me. So Tubby, next time, I don't care how full your hands are, make sure you come and say hello. All right, let's get to, yes, you can't Shazam thank you, Yrvin. You try Shazam the song. No, it's an original. It's a Tubby Turn Me Up original. That's what TMU is, Turn Me Up. That was, yes. And Daniel, yes, you won tickets to yesterday's game, and you saw a win, unlike me tonight. So let's get to the Sedge VC, the Clay Edge Go Visualizer commentary. And let's try and do this without breaking everything. Canucks score first, and it's Niels Hoglander inserted into the lineup. This was at the end of a really good shift by Aiden Hill, saves it. Then Hoglander bangs the rebound home from the crease. Again, at the end of a very dominant shift. I love this. This line looked really good all night. Besser, Hoglander, and Suter. So again, Besser starting past to Suter, quick strike on the net, and Hoglander scores. Uh-oh. How are we lagging already? Okay, I really got to go to town on my computer. Is it really bad? Is it really, really bad? Man, I just did one highlight. So, okay, I'm going to have to go to town on my computer. Let's see how we do. Thankfully, this will only be a minute or so. Next up, it is a 3-on-2. Joshua Little and Stone. Oh, yes, we are lagging. We are lagging so bad. I don't even see it on my on my screen. It's funny, on my StreamYard, it goes completely black, but then I see it on here. So you know what I'm going to do? Forget about this. I'm going to just talk you guys through a couple things. What happens if I don't show the actual goals? I just have no motion on my screen. So picture this. Picture a 3-on-2 where Stone does a feather pass to Barbashev, who puts it past Lankinen. What I didn't like there, yes, my PC is acting like my Canucks, like the Canucks for sure. And then I didn't like Joshua's effort there, and then he puts it past Lankinen, who I thought played pretty well. Then the Nicholas Wago, I forgot Tanner Pearson played on the Vegas Golden Knights. He plays it off the boards to Wall. Wall shoots it, and Lankinen gets the rebound out with his pad, but it bounces off of Mancini's skate. Now, I know that Mancini didn't have the best game. I get that. Mancini, by the way, is it better? Yeah, exactly. We're doing it live. That was Bill O'Reilly, right? Who said that? We're doing it live. So it's probably better when I don't show motion, right? Is that the issue? Mike and I were debating this. Not that we were arguing, we were on different sides. We were just talking about both. Do you guys consider that second goal Lankinen's fault or Mancini's fault? We actually thought it was Lankinen's fault. We thought that he could have, I know it's hard because the shot's hard, but he could have did a better rebound. Now, maybe he didn't know Mancini was going to be there. Or do you blame Mancini because it went off of the back of him, even though he was trying to check someone? And I know it was a fluke goal. Like, obviously Mancini didn't do that on purpose. Obviously Lankinen didn't steer it into Mancini on purpose. But for that goal really quickly, and we're not saying that they lost the game because of this goal or because of this person, but whose fault was that? Was that Lankinen's poor rebound control? Or was that Mancini poor awareness? Or is it no one's fault? It was just a bang, bang play. Yes, Bill O'Reilly, Nuckelback's just saying, just imagine the goal. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just visualize it. Try and remember the goal or watch it on your own computer as I talk about it. Tyler says it wasn't Lankin's fault. Sarah agrees, says it was Mancini's fault. Line change. TLC, nice to see you, buddy. I think it was just unlucky. I wouldn't fault either. So those are all good suggestions. Angus, hey Angus, I'll get you those tickets for the game that you won, the San Jose game. Soon. D has to be aware of the shot coming in. That's fair, and you're a goaltender, so you would know this for sure. And by the way, Angus, I didn't look up that it was you during the live stream where you won. I just saw AM94 or whatever, and then it wasn't until after where obviously I realized it was you who won. Congratulations. Canuck Luck says Yrvin. Which one did Tocchet not challenge? So Tocchet did not challenge the first goal. Yeah, actually, I guess we should talk about it. I won't show it again, but it was the first goal. And you know what's interesting? In the arena, a lot, because they don't show the replay on the Jumbotron while they're deciding the challenge, right? Because they don't want to sway things. It's really up to the video operator. But a lot of people thought they should have challenged. And even if you lose that challenge, you're 1-1, and then you put some faith in your penalty killers, but then you're also putting a very good power play on the power play. Mike and I looked at it over the intermission, and we listened to 650, and it's one of those that could go either way. But because of that, because they call it a goal on the ice, you need irrefutable evidence to reverse it. It would be different if, the Canucks wouldn't challenge it if it wasn't a goal. But you see what I'm saying, though? The fact that it was called a goal on the ice, you have to have enough evidence, and it looked close, but I think there's two things here. The Barbashev did drag his skate, whether it was up in the air, down on the ice, it doesn't matter. It was so close. And Stone did that thing where he might not have had, like he kind of pushed the puck kind of in front of him a little bit. Actually, that has nothing to do with it because they're still saying that he had control of it. So forget that argument. It's just whether or not Barbashev was in there. I think it's debatable. I've heard 50-50. Some people said it was onside. Some people said it was offside. But Tocchet was adamant with him and his video coaches. He was very, very adamant, very, very confident that that goal would have stood up. And then you put Vegas on the power play for no reason. Now, others were saying your season's on the line, even though Minnesota won earlier. I'll get to that in a second. So you got to do everything you can to get every advantage you can. I have time for that argument. I just wasn't sure that that was offside, to be honest with you. Okay, let's keep going. So most of you are saying it was Mancini's fault, not Lankinen's fault. That is fair. Then Ratu scores a nice goal that was also challenged. This one was challenged for goaltender interference. Hronek takes the point shot, and then Ratu's kind of skating through the crease. Contact with Hill, not sure. From what I saw, Ratu was at the top of the crease, not in it, and Hill just kind of fell back a little bit, like not magically by himself. There was some contact, but it was outside of the crease. I don't think it was intentional. And that goal stays. And Aatu Ratu has been great in the past 2 weeks. So then we go in the third period, and then it's kind of a backbreaker. Carlson comes around, and he beats Hughes wide, and then Hughes chases him behind the net. So that leaves Mancini in front, also leaves Aatu Ratu in front, and no one picks up Olofsson, who calls for the puck in the slot and then puts it past Lankinen. Is that one Mancini's fault too? Should Hughes not have chased the other side? Like I get these things happen so fast, but I'm not sure if Hughes felt confident in just like chasing Carlson behind the net, then saying, "Oh, I think Mancini's got him." Because if Mancini then had to pick him up, then the more that Olofsson would have been open. The fact that Hughes chased him, then Mancini could have concentrated, I guess, on whoever's in the slot. And I think Ratu was kind of standing in no man's land. So I think the game-winning goal, I would attribute fault to both Mancini and Ratu. And Edmund's saying the same thing. I feel that Ratu should have checked Olofsson. That is fair. That is fair. So here's one other thing, you guys. Here's one other thing. I don't know if you guys noticed on TV, the Canucks gained the zone with a minute 50 left, and Lankinen didn't go to the net. He didn't go to the net until there's a whistle at 1:25 left. So there was 30 seconds there where I think they could have pulled Lankinen, and I think they could have had 30 more seconds of pressure. It was almost like Tocchet gave up. Like we were watching him, Tocchet wasn't even looking back at Lankinen. Tocchet was actually, I guess he's facing this way. He was looking at the offensive end, and then Lankinen's over here, probably yelling for his attention. He wasn't like banging a stick or whatever. And sometimes the defensive coach who's closest to Lankinen has to make a call too, or Tocchet or someone. But they didn't seem that urgent to get Lankinen off the ice. So Winnipeg, Vegas wins 3-2. I thought the Canucks played them even for the first half of the game. In fact, they outshot them 12-10. Then they got outshot 13-7. So at the end of two periods, the shots were 23-19. A lot of shots for just the second period. And then the third period, brutal. Vegas outshot the Canucks 12-2. So 35-21 shots. Faceoffs were even. But look at the hits, 27-7. Look at the block shots, 21-14. So you go to the box score, and the one thing I noticed actually had really, really good stats, line stats. So the goals obviously go to Höglander and Ratu, but Ratu only plays 11 and a half minutes. Höglander gets 16 minutes, but look at this. 6 hits for Sherwood, 4 for Ratu. Ratu had 3 shots and 4 hits, which is pretty good. Also, I see this stat line is pretty good. Höglander, 2 shots, 1 block, and 2 hits. That's pretty impressive. Besser had 2 shots, 1 block, 2 hits. Exact same stat line. And then Suter had 3 shots and 1 hit. And then even Dakota Joshua, only 11 minutes of ice time, but 2 shots, 3 hits, 2 blocks. So another good stat line for him. On the defensive end, you had Hughes with 26 minutes, but -3. Mancini -2. That is not good. You have 4 hits for Derek Forbort. Also 1 shot, 1 block. So he got a number in each of those. So did Hronek, actually. 1 shot, 1 block, 1 hit. 25 minutes of ice time, and he had an assist. And Lankinen was good. 32 saves on 35 shots. He made some really good saves to keep the Canucks in the game. By the way, Swervinï Yrvin says the third goal, Mancini's guy. However, I'm sure he thought Ratu had him, considering he had his stick tied before the goal happened. Very good. And then TLC said, I do feel as though Ratu should have been on Olofsson. He's also young, so he'll learn from this. That is totally fair. Okay, I'm just going to look at the standings real quick, and then I'm going to take this off the screen so we're not lagging as much, and then I'll try and figure out what the heck is going on before my next stream. So Minnesota won tonight. And that is not good. So we look at the West standings, the wild card. So Minnesota has 91. I think that's what happens when you press the mute button. So that wasn't even a lagging thing. That was me just pressing the mute button. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. Yeah, there we go. My bad. So look at Minnesota, 91 points with 4 games remaining. The Canucks have 83 points with 5 games remaining. Even if the Canucks win all 5 of their remaining games, they will max out at 93 points. That means Minnesota only has to get 2 points in their final 4 games. And that's, again, only if the Canucks win their final 5. So mathematically, they are not eliminated. For all intents and purposes, they are eliminated. But again, I was saying that for the past 2 weeks. Many people were. Mathematically, they are still alive, but realistically, they are not. So once again, I apologize for the lagging. I will have to try and fix that before tomorrow night's show, especially if I do anything exciting. Okay, friends, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let me do my Mitchell sponsor read first, and then I'll turn it over to you for the last 15 minutes to get your thoughts on today's game, your thoughts on Alex Ovechkin, and just anything else you want to talk about. So let's start off by how I always start off my Mitchell sponsor read, and that's by thanking my primary sponsor, and that, of course, is Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Glue Weight Loss Coach. You can check him out at coachpatrickglue.com/clay and receive a free 5-day workout when you sign up. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art Maker, that fine artwork. Can't wait to get more artwork from him soon. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Shannon, I'm waiting for a response from them. I have followed up for you. Thank you. I'll let you know once I hear anything. So thanks again to everyone supporting me there. Thanks to everyone supporting me in these ways. You can subscribe to the channel. You can like the video. You can leave a donation like Mark has done. You can gift a membership. Oh, I'm supposed to do that. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. You can use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. I will give away some memberships in a second. But before I do that, I want to remind you or tell you about my shows this week. So Canucks After Dark tomorrow night at 10. My own show at 11:15. Tuesday night, my own show at 11. It'll be a post-game show. Wednesday, it's members only. It's the second week of the month, so members will be Wednesday night. Then Thursday, it will be a post-game show, and it will be the giveaway from last Thursday's High Five. Maybe I'll find one more pair of Canucks tickets to give away for the end of the season. So those are my shows for the week. Skytrain Alfred with a donation. Let's give Skytrain Alfred some love in the chat. So once again, thank you to Skytrain Alfred for the $2 donation. A good game that turned into a tough night with a K. Ha! I see what you did there, brother. Okay, before I get to it, let's give away 5 memberships. So I do this on the first and third Sunday of the month. And it's just a way to thank some of you. So let's do that right now. Let's give 5 now. I love giving myself the goal horn. It's just so much fun. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. We have Adrian T, friend of the show. We got Carol Bovenlander, officially a member, even though she still is always a member at large. Just honorary member is probably a better way of putting it. We have the Blazers fan. We have BC Beasley. And BC Beasley, he's like is one of those weird ones where he's a moderator, but he wasn't a member, but now he's a member. And we have Mr. Adam Shy. So once again, Adrian, Carol, BC Beasley, the Blazers fan, and Mr. Adam Shy, welcome to franchise membership. And yeah, who is that Clay guy? Who is that Clay guy? Is he new here? I don't know, but I heard he's really good looking. It is an awesome batch, and just in time for golf season, says Adrian. Not gold season, although I'll take that as well. So very, very good. Welcome to all of you to franchise membership. Happy to have you on. Okay, let's go. Let's go for 15 minutes. We'll happily read your comments, your questions. Some love to Clay from Sarah. Thank you. Yes, Yrvin and I were talking during our one-on-one chat. He told me that the Dallas Stars tweeted out that picture of their Filipinos and that Cody CC, we did not know that he was Filipino. He must be half because I don't think he's full. But pretty cool that Cody CC is of Filipino descent. Now I feel bad for making fun of him all these years. Although I don't have Filipino blood, but I'm married to a lovely woman who was born and raised in the Philippines, even though she doesn't have any Filipino blood. Did you guys know? I think you guys knew this, that I'm half Japanese, half Chinese. Imo, my late father, is Japanese. We actually say Imo because you say every syllable, but I don't say that. It sounds like I'm stuttering. So Imo, my late father was Japanese. My mom is Chinese. Gail, Chinese blood, but born and raised in the Philippines. So whether you call that Filipino Chinese or Chinese Filipino, I never know which name goes first. But that means our kids, Sean, Jacob, and Kayla, are 3/4 Chinese and 1/4 Japanese, but with my Japanese last name. Oh, Cody sees is 1/4 Filipino. There we go. And Alfred had no clue. There we go. Adrian, with the way he's playing, what are the chances we see Ovechkin reach the 1K goal mark? Jagger played in the Chelsea, he's 45, though I don't think Ovi's diet is the best. Yeah, he's a big guy. I don't know what he's talked about, how long he wants to play. And do I see him getting another 105 goals? That will realistically probably take him 3 seasons. Yeah, if he has a good season next year, let's say he scores 30 to 40, say 30 even, gets to 920, would he want to do 2 more years? I don't know. My gut feeling is no, but I don't think even anyone's going to break the record at 900 goals. Unless we get Marner and Tavares in the offseason, we should start a rebuild, I'm thinking. I'm not sure yet, Toymaker, and I think a lot of it, you don't give Quinn Hughes all the keys to the kingdom, but you certainly get his input. Would he even want to stay for a complete rebuild? I think you can retool, but you can do it aggressively for sure. By the way, really enjoyed our chat today. We always talk Canucks, so it's nice to chop it up and just talk live. Yeah, Yrvin, I agree with you. And I think the best one-on-one Zoom chats I have with Legend Hall of Fame members, we actually don't talk a lot of Canucks. We talk about life. And I did that with Lucas today. I did that with TLC today with the line change. Those are the best chats. Because, yeah, even in the group Zoom chat, I try and do some Canucks and try and do some other topics as well. So I enjoyed that time together as well today, Yrvin. Do I think Hughes will go to the World Championships after the season is done, or no? And it's not even just training early. I think it's resting and rebounding and recovering. I don't think he's going to go. Anyone else happy to see Kuzmenko find joy in his game again with the Kings? He's having so much fun. I'm here for it. 11 points in 16 games. Good for him. Yep, he's definitely a big contributor there for sure. Clay, isn't it remarkable in these days that a Russian hockey legend broke Gretzky's record? I think it's great that nearly everyone honors him as he deserves it. Yeah, nationality notwithstanding, it's a huge record. I don't think it's ever going to be broken, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's pretty cool that we were all able to witness it today. Do you think Vancouver can finish off strong? It depends on your definition of strong, Simon. I think they can play hard, but strong to me means 4-1 or 5-0. I don't think they're going to do that. Your thoughts on the Canucks selling Ovi jerseys? Post was so out of left field and seems like a money grab. Hope money goes to charity, but otherwise it seems so sketch with no Ovi connection to the Canucks. I did not see this, Justin. So I'm looking it up on X right now. Is it on X or is it somewhere else where they talk about it? Where did you see it, Justin? Let me know. I'm looking for it right now if it's on there. Oh, here we go. Place your bids to own a piece of greatness. Bid now. So it's a jersey auction. And if I click on it, does it say where? No, I guess it doesn't say where the money is going to. Okay. So I don't know. I probably will reserve judgment, but yeah, if it's not going to charity, yeah, it seems a little bit off for sure. TLC is very happy for Kuzmenko. He once joked that he would retire immediately after scoring the record-breaking goal. Tyler wants Kuzmenko back. Speaking of diet, have you lost or gained weight in Gail's absence? Adrian, great question. I never duck these type of questions. Believe it or not, I am exactly the same. I'm exactly the same. So when Gail left, I was 180.4 pounds. There, I just gave you my weight. Yeah, on March 14th, it was 180.8. And today I weighed in at 180.4. So there we go. Well, see how vulnerable I am with you guys? I just told you guys my weight. But I think I've told you that I was a year and a half ago, I was 200 pounds actually. So when I ruptured my Achilles, maybe that's why I ruptured it, because my leg couldn't carry my body weight. I was 200 pounds. So then in the past year and a half, I've lost 20 pounds, which it sounds good, but it's not just about a number. I got to get more muscular. I definitely leaner for sure. And many of you have commented, and I appreciate it. It sounds so vain, but many of you have commented that I look leaner. Definitely I can feel it in my dress pants at work. I'm on the 5th belt buckle now, not the 3rd. So I've advanced 2 belt buckles in a year and a half. I can't believe I'm talking about this. It sounds so vain, but I'm just being honest. This is how honest I am with you guys. So trusting. Don't have the best diet. It's better. I've eating less, portion control. I'm eating less. I'm actually snacking less, but I still drink a lot of pop, as you know, and I consume a lot of sugar, which isn't great. But I do a lot of walking. I don't do a lot of exercising. I just got to get more reps, more confidence, and I want to get more muscle. Like I still have a bit of a gut despite losing 20 pounds, but I do want to get bigger in my upper body for sure. I've always had big legs and a big butt, and I can't believe I said that, but it is indeed true. All right. Yes, we had a great chat today too, Tyler, for sure. Top 4 performers this year for the Canucks: Kevin Lankinen, Kiefer Sherwood, Quinn Hughes, P.S. Suter. Feel the thrill, peak diet. I don't even know what that means. Oh, Phil Kessel's hot dog diet. One mediocre free agent. We'll see. I hope it's better than that, Toy Maker. Mike and I were talking about that today, actually, as well. What would a successful offseason look like? I think selling OV jerseys was celebrating a massive achievement in hockey history. That is totally fair. Clay, where would you rank Al among all the in-stadium announcers? Nuckelback, I simply haven't heard enough. Like I know the Vegas announcer. I don't know him. I've heard the Vegas announcer, the Seattle announcer, that kind of thing. I think the fact that Al is asked to do like all-star games and stadium series and winter classics, I think it tells you where he is. He's the best, or at least among them for sure. Quinn is overworked. His play short. Yep, I'm seeing that a lot more recently. Clay, when do you want to get together and have a chat? Carol, I will message you outside of this stream, if that's cool. Kaya did this on Game Over, but who is your pick right now for teams you think will take a huge step forward next year, and which team will be very bad next year? I'd have to give this a bit more thought, Justin. And my gut feeling is I just think of younger teams who aren't losing free agents. If Toronto lose Tavares and Marner, they could take a step back. I could see Dallas taking a big step forward with a full season of Rantanen, and I just think that team is loaded up. So there's two. There's two examples. Dallas going forward, Toronto going back. But I have to think about it a little bit more for sure. I was fine with him not challenging it, Daniel. I heard his comments, and he was adamant that would not have been overturned. Yeah, Scotch Alvin saying it was too close to call. Why is it that people who do these live streams always look way better in person? So, Shannon, I love this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to take this. Are you saying that when you see me in person, because I don't want to name any other streamers, but when you say you see me in person, that I look way better in person? So are you saying that I'm good looking now and I'm even better looking when I see you in person? Or are you saying that I'm just average when I see you, so that I don't even imagine what you're thinking of me right now? I just think that's the best comment. But if that's what you're asking, maybe the camera does add 10 pounds. Awesome. Clay's caloric commentary, CCC. If you ever hosted a CCC Jeopardy, who would you tap as contestants? Yrvin, I will answer this, but are you asking me, like, are all the questions CCC related? Like, the questions are about my channel, about me, and about my tendencies, blah, blah, blah? Or is it overall Jeopardy, like general world knowledge Jeopardy, and then I got to pick people? Let me know. But you cannot lie. These reasons you can't deny. What's that? Is that a song thing? How do you think you're going to do in your hockey poll? It's going to be close. I think I'm going to pull out my mom's pool, win that one. And I think I'm going to finish third now in my fantasy pool, unfortunately. Too bad. Hey, BCBC, I'm not sure if you knew. You're a new member now. Look at that. There's a membership logo beside your name. This team had trouble scoring goals, but now we're having trouble winning. Yeah, and it kind of goes with not scoring goals either. And I just think the team is too shorthanded for sure. Yes, Edmund, Mike and I, we talked about this. Mike and I had a great catch up. We talked all night about hockey stuff and personal stuff. We both think that Talkit will be here next year for sure. The camera does take away 5 beauty points. BC Beastly. I love this. Let's give some love to BC Beastly. Ken confirmed the camera adds 10 pounds. Just kidding. Love ya. Love you too, brother. Thank you for helping me sell tickets all the time. Where were you today, by the way? I'm just kidding. It all worked out. And BC Beastly, yeah, I've had a pleasure meeting you 3 or 4 times in person. So, I'm not even saying I'm a skinny guy, but I answered a question about Adrian, from Adrian about my weight, and I maybe got a little bit too honest there. There could be CCC theme categories: hockey, Canucks, sushi, bowling. Okay, so I'll tell you, if it's people who know me, I think like Fangirl, she always, whenever I do a trivia contest or a Kahoot about, and the questions are about who knows me best, a Fangirl never misses a stream, and she pays a lot of attention whenever I talk, either like one-on-one. So I definitely think Fangirls can be one of the 3 contestants. I do think anyone that's been around for a long time. So it could be any one of these, like old school. I don't mean you're old, but you've been around here for a long time. Justin, Lucas, Carol, Shannon, Coach Rob, Andrew. I think any of those guys would be worthy, just from a 10 years perspective. But I'm not going to name any new people, but there are a lot of you that are really, really smart, really good, really attentive. And I think you either know me or can predict my tendencies. I said I wouldn't mention one, but I know Yrvin, very attentive, and we had a good chat today. And I know that he knows me quite well, and he knows how I think, and I take that as a compliment. I say Adrian's in that category as well. Helen, who's traveled with me. So there's many. And if I didn't mention your name, don't get upset. It's just because I can't rattle off all 80 members and then a bunch more that aren't members. But I definitely think from a legacy standpoint, who knows a lot about me, it is Fangirl, Justin, Rob, Shannon, Carol, Andrew, and Lucas. Those guys for sure. And then some of you newcomers as well. Wow, that was a very long answer, very detailed answer. I was offered to print physical tickets from today's game for $45 and sold warm-up pucks for $3.75, but that's more understandable because the record was against Dallas. True, but what are they doing with that money, Justin? That's what I'm asking. I'm just kidding. I don't know. You know you're a true Canucks fan when your team's out of the race, but you still tune in. That's actually a good point. Maybe by Tuesday night, no one's watching my stream. Kempner Canucks and you and people like Justin Credible, Andrew Chang, and others that I see in the Zooms, you're saying that we're all better looking in person? Okay, we'll take that. BC Beasley has been a member before. That's a 12 by his name. I don't see the 12 by his name. What's the 12 by his name? Am I going blind? How come I can't even see? Oh, yeah, that's right. There is a 12 beside his name. Thank you. That's true. I don't get why I can't buy my own membership, but thank you for the... No problem. Talkit was getting mad at Friedman for making rumors about Talkit going to Flyers. I did not know that. Do I believe Aquilini is a big part of the train wreck we're witnessing? Yes. I think he's involved, but I don't want to say too much because I always get in trouble. Fangirl would do well. She would. Am I bringing back games night in the summer? We'll see, Daniel. I'm going to do a complete audit overhaul. Well, not overhaul, but I'm going to definitely look into what I want to do over the summer for sure. I'm open to suggestions. Do you think NHL can ever reach NBA and MLB money? Nope. The contracts the latter two pay their players are humongous. No, I just don't think the interest is there from the States, and that's where all the money comes from. If you were a season ticket holder for the Islanders, would you sell your tickets for thousands like many did today or go to the game and experience history? No, I would not sell my tickets. For me, it's never about making money. This channel is never about making money, despite my constant plea for donations. And I think the proof I can say to you, BC Beasley, and it's not about me justifying my answer to you, but when it comes to Mike and me, many people, they go to regular season games and then they sell their playoff tickets to make up for the regular season games and pay for them. And that's totally fair. But Mike and I have the opposite. We like to go to playoff games because we want to be there as part of the excitement. We'll sell one game around, but not all of our tickets. So I guess what I'm pointing to is I'd like to think that if I was in the Islanders, and I almost took a job in Long Island 25 years ago, by the way. So maybe I could be at that game. No, I don't think I would have sold. I would rather be there to witness history. Yes, OGs all around. If the Canucks wanted to celebrate Ovi, do a video tribute or give Ovi a ceremony next season when the Canucks play the Caps and give him a gift or donate to charity rather than the auction. That's fair. They did do a small tribute today. I saw Henrik and Daniel Sedin with a video on X, and then Quinn Hughes congratulated Ovi on behalf of the team in a pre-taped video that they showed at the game tonight. You suck at Jeopardy. Yeah, but you know a lot about me. Coach Rob would do well. In the future, would you ever want to host a radio show, sports station? No. Full respect for most of the people that do that, but that's not, I don't have any interest in doing that. I like the avenue I have right now. Coach says, Shannon, you're awesome, Clay, though I don't know you personally. Yeah, Tyler, that might change as soon as you get to know me. Switch from pop to coconut water or Gatorade Zero. Oh, you dropped 30 pounds. That's awesome, Toy Maker. I've tried. I just can't do it, but maybe that speaks to my lack of willpower. That's also a very good looking panel. Yeah, well, everyone in the CCC is good looking. My brain is like a sieve. I'm not that smart. No, I have faith in you, Shannon. We ain't done. Maybe that, actually, that's good. That should be my next one. But of course, I'd have to sell more than the volume that I have to make it even justified. So if you want to buy stuff, canuckclay.threadless.com. We ain't done is a good one. If wins dictated my viewership by, yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate you. NHL is still a niche sport. Not everyone can play ice hockey. Hockey requires special equipment and skills. Yes, I think, Angus, that was an answer to will they ever get as big as NBA or MLB. Yes, get a We Ain't Done shirt in the Clay store with the CC logo. There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. COVID caused a heart attack. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that, Toy Maker. Hey, Honorable James Moore. Have there been any updates on EP 11.6 and his injury status? Hughes and others are out there trying and grinding, and we hear nothing. Seems wrong. Poor leadership. Their first press conference back after their 6-game road trip, Tocchet did address Hedel, Höglander, and Pettersson. And when he talked about Pettersson, he said it's upper body. He did say that it can be day-to-day. And then he dropped in my eyes, day-to-day means you can play. And then he kind of walked it back. So that's the update we have. Hey, Harry, with Miller, Horvat, Zadorov, and Lindholm gone, how different are the Canucks right now? Well, very different. Obviously, you just named it. You just answered your own question. And what needs to improve Canucks next season? Got to be healthier and got to have more scoring. Do you see Boudreau saying how he's pressured to resign, and if he didn't do so, management would blow it up in the media? He said the same thing is happening to talk right now. Sarah, I did see that. And yeah, Boudreau, that was pretty gutsy for him to say. And he basically said that he felt like he was bullied into resigning, and he thinks that same thing is going to happen to Tocchet. I did see that for sure. Marketing could be better. Also, a lot of Olympic sports out of reach for the average Joe, but people are so interested. Is it true they scratched Lekkerimäki tonight because if he plays one more game this year, he won't be eligible for the Calder next season? If true, do you think he's done for the rest of the year? I don't know, A, if that's true. B, if that's the best motivating factor. But I guess if it doesn't affect his ELC status, if it doesn't make a difference between burning a year of his contract or not, then I guess they could do this. Maybe they even went to him and said, do you want to try and win the Calder? Maybe he's got a big bonus attached to winning the Calder. But if that's the case, it seems a little bit short-sighted to me, for sure. I hate Diet Pop, but I hear you. Ovechkin has accomplished a feat that was once considered impossible. Get the entire world to watch a New York Islanders game. Very good, James. That was pretty awesome. So that was very good. So question that is, if the Canucks don't make the playoffs, do season ticket holders' money go towards next season? No, because we haven't paid anything for playoff tickets, Shannon. So there's no issue there. We haven't paid anything for playoff tickets. Speaking of weight loss, I got chickenpox 3 weeks ago at the young age of 33. I had them as a kid and was vaccinated. Super rare to get it twice, but haven't lost 13 pounds. Oh no, I did not know you were so sick, BCBC. I'm sorry to hear, for sure. What's my current Canucks NHL hot take? What's a hot take? It's not really a hot take. I think Ottawa's going to beat Toronto in the first round, forcing Marner and Tavares out of town. They won't re-sign. I guess that's a bit of a hot take. Let's go with that. Do you think the Canucks could add an elite player during free agency? I hope so. And I think it should be a forward. If Boudreau thought he could ever get another coaching job, he wouldn't have made that comment. Yeah, no, he's done. And he's too old. What habits do the Canucks have that they want to get rid of for next season? Blowing multi-goal leads. I think that's a big one for sure. Put Celebrini in the poll. I'm kind of excited to see him. Oh, yeah, Macklin. Aiden. We don't have Macklin. Yeah, I think habits is goal projection for sure. Best sushi form: nigiri, rice inside, rice outside, or cones. Well, I do like sashimi, but that's no rice, so that's not an option. Of those, I do like nigiri followed by cones. Are you renewing all 3 seats next year? I canceled my seat. Oh, yeah. So Mike and I are renewing. That's my original ones since 2011. Then me and Sean, who just started this year, also in 319, we have renewed. Then of Jason Lim's tickets, he is renewing 2 of his 4 pairs. We went to Nordell Sushi last night out in Delta. It was pretty good. I've been there before. I like it. I like it better than Ninkazu, actually. How far do you think the Winnipeg Jets will make in the playoffs? I think there's a chance they get upset in the first round, to be honest with you, which I always call them like the Toronto of the West. But I think they should be able to beat St. Louis and Minnesota, despite how well those teams are playing. But I see them. I don't think they get out of the Central. I think Colorado or Dallas beats them. Sad but true. Canucks need more offense. Adam Gaudette and Travis Green in the playoffs. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Does Demko come back? Well, he's under contract for 1 more year. Nordell Sushi on top. Yes, I do like it. Hey, Ian, nice to see you. Okay, before this goes into another half an hour of sushi talk, I'm going to end here. We actually ended up going for almost... wait, are you back in town? I thought you're still away. Okay, next time we're going together, Adrian, for sure. St. Louis, Winnipeg would be good. Playoff poll happening soon. Playoff poll. Yeah, it will happen when the playoffs start, Harry. We don't know any of the matchups yet. What team would I buy if I could? If I could, I'd buy like Tampa or Florida. Because then I'd live down there. Well, I don't have to. And then less taxes and perennial really good teams. All right, friends. I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you for being here. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Don't forget, I'll do my members Ask Me Anything vlog now. That'll be up in about half an hour. Then don't forget Hall of Fame and Legends. We continue with their one-on-one chats this week. Thanks to my sponsors, Vanity Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond tonight. Nuckelback, using his monthly membership message. Mark, with a donation. Skytrain Elfin, with a donation. BC Beastly, with a donation. And some guy named Canuck Clay, gifting 5 memberships. Well, we got 3 of the high 5 tonight. We got donations, gift memberships, and we got a monthly membership message. So thanks to all of you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow night, it's Canucks After Dark at 10. And then my show at 11:15. Until then, thanks again. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. What do you call a nervous javelin thrower? Yes, what do you call a nervous javelin thrower? Shakespeare. Shakespeare. God bless. And go Canucks go. Booyah.